Y'all, over the weekend, Donald Trump's birthday parade was an absolutely objective, abject disaster. I mean, just look at the overwhelming attendance in the next video. Okay, first, what in the caucasity audacity is that butchered version to Lizzo's iconic song? It's Pride Month, so I'm just gonna say it. That's homophobic. I'm just kidding. But I'm not. Second, that video. That is damning, okay? If you're talking about the moment that people started waking up to Trump's tyranny, well, guess what? It's about damn time. But let's be fair. I mean, some of them might have been wearing Harry Potter's invisibility cloak, right? A lot of them, maybe MAGA people are ghosts. They're just invisible. Let me tell you, the biggest crowds, so many people, tremendous people all over. People spelled P-A-E-A-H-O-L-P, people, let me tell you, they're incredible. They're incredible and they love me. They love everything about me. Even in the pictures where I'm trying to be the most favorable, like, you can see empty seats. But all of that aside, nothing compares to whoever made this next video. And y'all, we're gonna compare this to the No Kings protests that happened in all 50 states. And there's so many people that showed up to those. I think more people showed up to the one in Boise, Idaho than even Donald Trump's own failed military birthday bash extravaganza parade. But I have to show you the rest of that video. It's so good. Now, as an aside, let's compare this to the No Kings protests that happened over the weekend in all 50 states. They suffered from really poor attendance in a lot of places. I mean, there were so few people that it was actually embarrassing for them. I mean, it was only in deep blue states like Iowa or Idaho or North Carolina or Wyoming or Tennessee or Florida. I mean, and look at these communists and socialists and Marxists in Oklahoma City and Missoula, Montana, and Nashville, Tennessee, Louisville, Kentucky, Huntsville, Alabama. Oh my God, they've gone communist. I mean, look at the communist, Marxist, globalists paid by George Soros all in the deep blue state of, Idaho and Boise. I mean, don't believe your eyes. No one was out there. The liberals are all so tired. They just didn't do anything. There were so many more people a part of that failed military parade than all these No Kings protests. Yep, there's some more deep state blue liberals in Wyoming. Yeah, get the picture. I mean, compare this to the next video. And this next video is probably my favorite because you can hear the wheels squeaking on the tanks as they roll by. And truth be told, I was just screen recording for that video and then I saw this and it was so funny to watch. I feel so bad for everyone in the military. Wait, hold on. I have to point this out, okay? Oh. First off, what I was going to say is I feel so bad for anyone who's a part of the military that in order to maintain their job had to stay a part of this weird fascistic military extravaganza like birthday parade for this leader, because I mean they're literally stroking his ego. But that all being said, I feel bad for all the military that was in it, but I have to point out in that last video what someone was doing. In that video you see this, and it's on Fox News. This person is carrying something pretty peculiar. If you look closely in that video, they're literally just walking, carrying a drone with their hand. I mean, look at that. They're just carrying it. and this is on Fox. They showed the empty bleachers. And y'all, the self-owning does not stop. I mean, this is the senior communications director for Donald Trump, and he's like, the so-called No Kings protests have been an utter and complete failure with minuscule attendance. Look, I think we have a saying in the South for this. You can only go so far by putting lipstick on a pig to try and glamour it up, okay? When you are a Republican, there's only so far you can do to market a shitty product, like literally conservatism. No amount of marketing and framing is going to dispute the fact that these No Kings protests had so many more people at them rejecting the authoritarianism and fascism that Donald Trump is providing America right now. And I mean, it was evident with people's responses. Okay, Chung, how did you survive those dozens of civilians who showed up to your Trump lipstick parade? No one showed up to your man's birthday parade. But it gets even better because our Vice President J.D. Vance posted this picture. And when you look closely, you can see that it's not full out there. But this is arguably probably the best picture you can to depict attendance at the parade, which is a low bar. That's a low threshold, just saying. Now, I'm just waiting for MAGA to come out and be like, well, crowd size doesn't matter. It's like, your person is Donald Trump, who started this whole idea of the crowd size mattering the most. I'm just waiting for them to do that. But knowing in Donald Trump's eyes, if crowd size matters, then he'll see that people do not like him. But you know, this whole thing is even more of a miserable flop for Trump when you go to his Truth Social and you read people's comments. His far-right Truth Social is usually full of a whole bunch of bootlickers, but if you go through, you see a lot of people expressing their absolute disgust at this. And yes, this parade did cost at a minimum $45 million. Someone called Doge because we could have spent the money on so many other things that were way more important. And I want to point out, and this is the last point that I'm making in the video, the $45 million is a conservative estimate because the cost for cleanup and increased police presence are reportedly not a part of the current estimate, meaning that for the tanks that are likely going to cause a lot of damage to the roads, that's not even factored into the 45 million, meaning it's above that. But instead of a lavish military birthday style extravaganza parade for a failed dictator with a huge ego, we could have used that $45 million for things like 14 million lunches for high school students, according to the School Nutrition Association's national average. Or we could have used that $45 million for Medicaid coverage for almost 6,000 eligible people, or for children alone, close to almost 15,000 could be covered. Or instead of stroking a rich man's ego, we could have used it for 4,500 Georgia households with subsidized housing to help working class people. Or if you really wanted to help out veterans, we could have used this to cover disability compensation for more than 7,200 military veterans with a combined disability rating of up to 50%. Or, you know, we could have fed people using the SNAP program. Instead, America is spending prolifically to stroke this rich man's ego. No kings in America.